I've been meaning to post for a week now about my last few days in Israel. It was a great year for good conversations in the dirt. And the last couple of days I spent, talking to people and questioning people and, seeing where they are in their lives and where they are spiritually and with regard to growth in their own personal lives. And um, I'm amazed at the number of people who study theology or spiritual things or the scriptures, whether it's Muslim scriptures, Hindu teachings, Buddhist teachings, or the Bible. So many people have no idea what the tenets of their faith are and why they believe those tenets or why they follow those specific particular guidelines. Um, I met a man who is a pastor. I've worked with him a couple of times. He's a pastor in, I think a Lutheran church. He teaches New Testament, and he's a skeptic of the scriptures. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because you need to come to everything with, an idea of trying to find the truth. But if you're leading people in faith and you don't believe the basic tenets of that faith, where are you leading people, is my question. And I just kind of sit there going, listening, asking, and truly interested, but thinking, where are sheep going to go? They're starving to death. They're going to die because you don't believe what you're teaching them, and you don't believe the necessary elements of the basic foundational, fundamental elements of the faith that you're teaching. So I was kind of a little bit confused, because I've met two pastors who clearly have no idea what they're doing. It just happened to be the thing that they got into. And the majority of people I met claimed to be atheists, but, didn't want to listen to logical argument and didn't see theirs as being full of fallacies themselves. That's okay. It's not my job to make that, apparent. But I did get to speak with one young girl who said she, has questioned or is in a place of questioning and uncertain, and, she has her doubts. And, I encouraged her, and I said, that Almighty God, who created us, knows how we listen, knows what we need to learn and how we need to grow. So if we're looking for the truth and if we're willing to listen, He will show up and show us what we need to see when we need to see it, and He'll help us deal with that when the time comes. But we have to be willing to receive whatever that may look like. And she got a little teary, and she thanked me for encouraging her. And I just said, if you want the truth will always make itself evident. It doesn't have to defend itself. It doesn't have to give you any showy, flashy stuff. It will be consistent with facts, or with, anyhow. It was just nice to encourage her and to have her receive that. And then I've been in Sydney since Saturday, and today is Thursday, so I've been here almost a week. And it's always rough traveling. But I finally got to the gym, got my membership started back up, and got to the gym. And, what do you know? On my way out, the girl who is one of the trainers there, she started talking about religion and her faith. And it was a really good, half hour, 45-minute conversation about, where she is in her faith journey and what she thinks about church and what she thinks about church people. And I'm telling you, church people are not well thought of. And a lot of that is because half the people or more that are in church are Christian in name only and not in relationship or in lifestyle. People don't want to come to church because the church looks like them or looks like the world. We don't look like Jesus. We look like a polished version of Jesus for the day, and then we go back out into the world. But that's her struggle point. And I'm, having religion shoved at you. And I told her, I said, religion is different than Christianity, which is a relationship. But it was just interesting that I spent a whole month talking with people and feeling like the only light, and the burden of that is so great. And it can be so discouraging sometimes, but the opportunities that are given were so enormous. And even especially when I seem to have mucked up in my own personal life, the Lord, that's when He chooses to use me, is when I'm in a not so good place. And He says, oh yeah, I know you're a mess, but this is what we do. We share hope with people, and you have hope. And so It's been a really good year, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because I really appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the encouragement, the following, and I am I'm trying to do better to share more, but at least, it's already seems to be a promising season here in Sydney, and I'm looking forward to getting involved with the community again. So I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for your prayers and your love. I love you all.